Batwoman Season 2, Episode 7, title is Best for You to Stop Digging. Now, this episode, I won't lie, I found it to be like, why is this episode not on mostly this, not this? Because essentially, half this episode is a flashback episode. And I wish it was kind of more of it. Kind of like what Arrow did back in like the early days, where you had kind of like a flashback episode per season, where you had like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, present day, and then the rest is all flashbacks. Because the stuff with Alice, I thought was more intriguing, the more interesting part of it. Her relationship, seeing her relationship between her and Survivor, and this island, and getting more background of it. Because think about, we have seen the tragic of her origin story. We have seen her Uncle Ben, the Waynes, Krypton getting exploded, the tragic moment, right? But we never understood like what's with the Alice in Wonderland motif. How did she got the extra training? How did basically all the missing pieces, right? And they did that, and I was like, I just want more of it. Even though the ending, there's a part where the reason she is going on Alice in Wonderland, I was like, jeez, this big villain monologue is like, I started quoting Incredibles, you know, gosh, she starts monologuing, like, it's like, I get it, you're angry. Let's wrap this up. I won't lie, it was like, okay, this is a little bit overwritten, but I was like, I wanted that, because all the stuff with Ryan, like, you're at this point where you're like, I get it, you want to kill Alice, and her going old thing like, you know, you don't understand how I feel, you know, would you like to have justice for, you know, justice to your mom, Mary, and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, girl, the original guy who wore a bat suit had to deal with a psychopathic clown who killed one partner and crippled the other. You know? Like, it's not, you know, what you probably experienced is a whole different low of it. Which I won't lie, I did have Red Hood in the ending scene, in Red Hood, under Red Hood in my head, the anime movie and the comic. With the whole like Jason Todd asking Batman, why didn't you why don't you kill the Joker? And he goes and says, because it's gonna be too darn easy. All I want to do is kill him. But a day doesn't go by a day doesn't go by until when I don't think every Wendy's actor he has for the others, and then end him. But if I ever go to that place, I'll never come back. Yeah, I thought that part. Remembering that line off my head, not bad. I just like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the stuff with Wyatt, I get it. I was like, get it. She has kryptonite, she's a turning, and she's becoming very bat person-y, where it's like, yeah, I know, kryptonite in my head, I'm seeing people, all kind of stuff, but I need to catch this person. It's things, but in the end of the day, I'm like, I just don't care, and it does feel like they're really switching the plot. I get it, they want the confrontation between Ryan and Alice before we hear, you know, fighting Kate and the main plot. Sounds like Black Master's meant to be in the season. Anyway, I could be wrong, but anyway, it's just I just didn't care, and it kind of also shows like how much I recently kind of just liked the Ryan character versus like actually enjoying the character. So I'm being basically I'm more invested with the stuff from the characters from season 1 than Ryan, who showed up in season 2. Makes sense, right? So it's I mean, we are what? Let's assume it's 13 or 12. Like what? It's another 6 episodes, 5 episodes, right? I've seen the promo for next week. it seems like the story's moving ahead and feels like we're hitting the plot and all that. So hopefully we we find Kate, we all this kind of stuff, and give us a really satisfying season. But this episode kind of felt was pretty okay because I cared about one half but didn't care about much about the